get a girlfriend. 1. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation. A mistake I see...
What is this? Super idol 的笑容，多美丽的天马要冲过烈日光，多为你耀眼。热爱也怕你有多的淋漓的青春的正流水。Finally, the dads are getting some appreciation. On Valentine's Day in August. This guy right here, he's a soy milk king. And don't you ever forget that. Just look at his little face. You know, all too often, I feel like I just film things. I don't film myself with the things. So that's gonna change right now. Here I am in Taiwan with this incredible temple behind me. Look at how cool that is. You don't see that every day.
Here in Long-Shan Temple, I was amazed with the architectural details of this temple.
Do you see how incredible this place looks? I mean, I can see it, but because my camera is kind of broken, I have no idea what you can see because I have to flip it around and film like this. So it's probably gonna be some super weird angle. But look at this, it's incredible. Never did I think I'd be in a place like this. I'd always hoped it, I'd always wished it. But the fact that I'm here right now, absolutely incredible. I know that I keep saying that, but I will never not be amazed by going to a place like this. Just look at the size of this place. I'm trying to film, but I got so much sweat in my eyes because it's so hot out here. It stings so bad, bro. I can't even see. Why didn't Mao conquer Taiwan? Well, the first reason was that Mao still needed to consolidate the Communist Party's hold on mainland China. Now, the Communist Armed Forces, the People's Liberation Army, was about 3 times the size of the Kuomintang military, but numbers aren't everything. The PLA had a minuscule air force, whereas the Kuomintang had a modern one made up of mostly American fighters and bombers. Also, the PLA didn't have a navy, whereas the overwhelming majority of China's old ships had been taken to Taiwan. Mao stationed troops along the coastline and prepared for an invasion of the remaining Kuomintang positions, the closest of which were the Quemoy Islands. When the go-ahead was given, the invasion was, to put it mildly, a disaster. This setback wasn't enough to deter Mao though, and he ordered plans for the final conquest of Taiwan to be drafted. The plan was to buy as many transportation vessels as possible and simply overwhelm the island with sheer numbers. This plan was scrapped because frankly it was a stupid one, and also Mao was concerned that the USA would intervene if he invaded. Which he was right about, because the United States placed its fleet between China and Taiwan and made it clear to Mao that any invasion would also mean war with them. However, by this point Mao had another issue to deal with, since the Korean War had just begun next door. This saw direct fighting between Chinese and American forces, and importantly, saw US President Harry Truman commit to defend non-communist regimes in the area, including Chiang Kai-shek's Kuomintang government in Taiwan. In 1953, a ceasefire ended the fighting on the Korean peninsula, and so Mao could turn his attention back to Taiwan. And boy did he, because the next year he ordered the shelling of the Quemoy Islands, to which the Taiwanese government responded tit for tat. Things began to escalate, and President Truman did 3 things. First of all, he sent reinforcements to Taiwan. Second, he and Congress passed legislation committing the US to defend Taiwan in the event of invasion. And third, he threatened to nuke China. This worked, and Mao, somewhat opposed to being nuked, ordered his forces to desist. And this threat convinced Mao of one thing: that China needed its own nuclear weapons if it was ever going to stand up to the United States or ever hope to assert itself over Taiwan. However, before these nuclear weapons were finished, Mao ordered the shelling of the islands again, because at this point, why not, it was something to do, I guess. This time the air forces got involved and hundreds of people died, and President Eisenhower threatened to invade the mainland if things didn't calm down, which they promptly did. Now, this was the last time that China attempted to forcibly capture territory from Chiang Kai-shek. When Mao died in 1976, his successor preferred a policy of peaceful reunification. In the end, Mao didn't conquer Taiwan for one very simple reason: he couldn't. The US Navy sat between China and Taiwan, and it was by far the most powerful in the world. And when Mao tried to use force and nuclear retaliation by the United States was an ever-present threat. Not to mention that any attempt by Mao to take the island would have been costly in lives and money, which, given the fact he was trying to build a revolutionary government, was something that he needed more than Taiwan.
If you thought that last place was big, take a look at this big boy. In order to get to the top of this monument, you have to scale 89 steps, which isn't a lot, but it has a lot of significance because it's based on the fact that when Chiang Kai-shek, I think that's his name, when he died, he was 89 years old. So it's kind of cool considering they did this in honor of him. I mean, I don't have any problems climbing steps, but I just find it very interesting. You see behind me? That's what it looks like. In front of me. Yo, this place got the Godzilla chicken nuggets. I'm in a store called Don Quixote right now, and it's very clear to see that Pro is not a Spanish knight on the quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far. Like, what do you think he is? Dang, she's really letting those puppies out, just like that, in broad daylight. In this economy, you should be more careful. We're out here at what used to be the tallest building in the world. Now, hopefully you can see it behind me. It's so massive. Isn't that just crazy? It used to be the tallest building in the world. Now it's like, I don't know, the 10th or something. But hey, history was made right here. Maybe it's better for me someday. There's a truck over here with Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen on it.
Man, I woke up in the club. Gandalf the Grey? This place is so ornate that you could spend hours in this room alone and you wouldn't even be able to see all of the details on the walls, on the statues, on everything. It's just so crazy. Now this right here, this is quite the view. Look at how incredible these rooftops look. Just so cool. Wow. This is what I find so interesting about Taiwan. Here you have a temple, probably converted, who knows. But it's just here chilling. And then right next to it, you can go win Lotto from an arcade machine. Or if you're feeling hungry, you can come get some fried chicken.
A great opportunity.
Oh no, they don't make Elsa into an air pilot. Nah, bro. Nah. Sometimes I forget that Taiwan is an island. But this helps me remember.
Now this is pod racing.
See, that's what I'm saying.
With only 9 hours in the Philippines, we had to make the most out of it. So, we went to see Fort Santiago and the Intramuros. Our tour guide's name was Dom, and boy, was he a character. He said some of the craziest things. I made a list. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep some of these in the video just because of how wild this man was, but some of the favorite things he said are as followed. Should I sing Come to Zion? These people had it hard. just like Joseph Smith. Here in the bush, they have lot of kiss. Sometimes guys. Here it is #1 most visited attraction in all of Philippines. I am not trained to be a tour guide here. I have no idea what I'm doing. There are 2 types of tour guides, those who know stuff and those who talk. I am the second one. Wow, your phone quality is so good. Please give me this money in front of everyone so they know that I did a good job as your tour guide.
There's something inside you.
Finally, after all these years of searching, I found it. The potato corner. I'm in the Philippines? That's crazy. That's even crazier.
At this point, I've tried my best to coin the phrase, "Here's the next adventure." And once more, it speaks the truth, as my adventures across Asia have come to an end. This past month and a half of experiencing different cultures, foods, reuniting with old friends and making new ones has been absolutely incredible. You know, I was about to say, I already want to go back, but then I realized that was too white girl sounding of me, so I'll just say what I always do. Here's the next adventure.
Ne, hayaku kaette kite ne. Tameiki ga mikazuki wo yurasu yoru wa me wo tojite kimi no koto kangaete bakari. Aitai kibun, nakitai kibun, romantic na kibun todokete. Kono omoi datte zutto shitte iru no. Ganbatte ru koto takusan.
Something that's really been kind of on my mind this entire time, and I guess take this as the moral of these videos, is that life is absolutely incredible. Life is a gift, and we should do something with that gift, right? We should do something to help other people, to change the world, and to really do something with our lives. You know, maybe in the future I'm going to look back on this video and be like, Wow, I was crazy. I couldn't do anything. But my hopes is that I'm gonna watch this video and be like, that's right, little guy, I did something. So, get out there, explore, see places that you've never thought of seeing, places that you've only wanted to go to in your dreams, because it is so worth it. Enjoy life, be happy, smell the roses, as they say, and as I say, here's the next adventure.